Hey everybody, and welcome to YouTubers Supporting YouTubers. Our first Zoom interview, actually. Now that we have the webcam, we'll be able to interview the YouTubers that we choose via video call. So that's kind of cool. You get to see them as well instead of just hearing them. So that'll be great. But today I'm here with TTBURGER88, a PlayStation enthusiast.
Hello there, everybody. Thank you for having me here, YouTubers supporting YouTubers. I'm honored to be interviewed by you, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your channel? So I kind of gandered a little bit, saw like a lot of like reviews and stuff, and a few gameplays here and there. But I'll let you take the floor and you can really tell viewers how your channel is.
Well, TTBURGER88 is a video game channel. Mainly consists of videos for the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and I have some videos on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. I mainly stick with the PS1 and PS2 because they were my two favorite consoles growing up. And I mean, like, the PlayStation is definitely my favorite console. I have tons and tons of games. A lot of them are popular, and a lot of them were underrated and stuff. Same with the PS2. And me being a fan of these type of games, I want to show people the games that I grew up with, the games I experienced, games that are rare and hard to find, and some that are popular and forgotten about and stuff. And that's basically what the channel's about. I do make let's play videos as well, but I haven't done any in a while. But like I plan to get back into that stuff and more and more. And I've also had like videos I've done in the past, like food vlogs, which I kind of stopped doing because they weren't that popular, so I just scratched that. But mainly my channel consists of PlayStation games, stuff like that. Obviously, from the shirt I wear, this is like one of the shirts I wear in my when I make my reviews and videos and stuff. I usually wear one of these type of shirts, or wear a shirt with the PlayStation logo on it, or the word PlayStation, and that's basically what I do. And that's basically just the channel.
So you mentioned PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you also expecting to hop on the hype train of PlayStation 5 when it comes out? Like, do you have your PS5 already pre-ordered? Or are you going to wait a little bit to see if they get the bugs of the because there's always bugs with the first
Hmm.
gen of new consoles. So
Oh yes, I know. For the answer to that question is, I didn't pre-order a PlayStation 5. I'm not sure if I'll be getting a PlayStation 5 because like with all that microtransaction and loot boxes going on, and like with like how games like try to copy one another, and they're basically the same thing, just different type of setting and such. I don't know. It's a little iffy for me there. So if I get it, it'll be a while. I mean, the only game probably would find right now is Marvel Miles Morales, but that's coming to the PS4 as well. So it's like whatever happens, like I just don't know. I mean, I did get to the PlayStation 4 at launch, but that was different though because I knew that the PS4 was ahead of its time, and it didn't have all the problems that like Xbox One or Xbox 360 had, and all that stuff. So that's why it was worth getting when they first started taking pre-orders at GameStop. But for the PlayStation 5, I don't know. If I get it, it'll be a while, but that's up in the air for me right now.
right, right, that makes sense. And since you mentioned you love PS1 and PS2 because they were kind of like what you played in your childhood. What would you say is probably one of the games that would define your childhood,
Oh,
actually?
that easy question. Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is my all-time favorite video game, and that game is the mother of all fighting games for arcade and consoles. A lot of people consider the like Mortal Kombat the mother of all fighting games and stuff because like that violence and gore in it. But Tekken 3 was just perfect in every way possible. Solid controls, solid graphics and sound, and updated gameplay to where like the difficulty was very balanced. And if there was a game that I would never get tired of, it's Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is definitely the go-to game of my childhood, along with games like Ridge Racer, Tomb Raider, and of course, like there's also Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Dino Crisis, which I know I'm just naming random games here, but like those are games I grew up with, and like Medal of Honor and Doom, Duke Nukem, and more, just like just to name a few there. But because like one of the things I did like about Tekken 3 is that it was made by my favorite video game company at the time, Namco, and I love Namco. I've always loved Namco. When I first played Tekken 2 in the arcades, along with Time Crisis and Ridge Racer and Cyber Sled when I went to vacation somewhere in downtown Illinois where they had all those classic arcade games. Then brings you back to your childhood memories, definitely.
Yeah, awesome. For me, I would say like, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, and 10 was probably like my one of my favorite. Well, actually between 10 and 12, I probably played like hundreds and hundreds of hours of Final Fantasy just between those on the PS2 back in the days. Have you ever actually made it to a PlayStation Showcase at all? Like the ones that used to tour through towns and stuff like that?
No, not really. I mean, because keep in mind, I was a kid and I was young, so I couldn't really go to those showcases since that they had. But like I've seen E3 like streaming live. I don't know if you count that as a showcase. That's basically like for like new games coming out, but not really, no. I mean, I was too young. Like I'm sure if I was a teenager or like in my early 20s at the time when the PlayStation 1 came out, I probably would have. But since I was a kid and had school, had and like other things going on, like being a kid trying to be responsible, I couldn't do that. But if I could go back to the age I am now, I would, which is like 31 going on 32, I would definitely go back and like go to one of those showcases to experience what it was like.
Nice. And then I'm sure this is a question that seems to come up to all YouTubers at various points in their YouTube journey. But what is the reason you wanted to get involved in YouTube?
Well, basically because I love video games. I know there are a lot of people who love video games as well. There aren't the many gamers on YouTube who do PlayStation stuff. Like you have a lot of people who do like modern consoles or do stuff with Nintendo or Sega, but a lot of people didn't weren't really exclusive Sony exclusive, and I wanted to be one of those first people who touches on the Sony consoles and touches on like the games that a lot of people don't really know about or mention, like games like by the working design games like Silhouette Mirage and Elemental Gearbolt, and you got JRPGs like Parasite Eve and Vagrant Story and Chrono Cross, and of course Final Fantasy games there too. Because there were a lot of games I have in my collection, even some long box games too. I don't know if you know about you know about those long box cases that they made for PS1 games when they first came out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Well,
definitely do.
I have a bunch of them, like 62 long box games. Some of them are very very rare, like Space Griffin VF9 and killing the DNA imperative and stuff, and of course Ridge Racer and Tekken are on there too, and you also got Doom and original Resident Evil and stuff stuff like that. A lot of people don't really know about or have to experience because they were either young or missed out because like when you're a kid, you can't get all those games like just that you can't get a bunch of games. I mean when you're younger like that because like you have allowance and you have rules that stuff because like your parents would be buying that stuff for you, and that's what it was. You couldn't get all those games because like people missed out on a lot of popular gaming franchises on the classic PlayStation.
Right, that is absolutely true. And so one final question, and this actually just is coming out because uh, but obviously I don't know if you heard the news, but Microsoft apparently has bought Bethesda. So how do you feel about it, and how do you think it is going to affect future Bethesda games on the PlayStation?
Well, the only game by Bethesda I really cared about or games to me were Oblivion and Fallout 3. So around that though, I never really cared much for Bethesda. So and I'm not really a Microsoft person. So if Microsoft wants to do it, then go ahead because like the games they've released recently and stuff, no, don't will never top Oblivion or Fallout 3 in my opinion. Those two were the best Bethesda games ever made. So as long as they don't mess with Oblivion or Fallout 3, I'm okay with it.
Awesome. Hey, well, thank you for agreeing to be part of the interview. Is there anything that you want to tell viewers before we go ahead and sign off?
Well, yeah, definitely. Those of you who are looking forward to review to make your own Sony channel stuff that review PS1 games stuff, you're welcome. You're welcome. Come to. I will support any new YouTubers who will be willing to want to do the style I do my reviews or so, like wearing the Sony shirts or like reviewing games that are exclusive to those consoles or those versions and stuff. And I should just mention that if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Take the risk because I'm right now. I was nervous starting out, and look where I'm at now. I mean, sure, I don't have a lot of subscribers. I have like 420 subscribers, but look where I'm at now. Like I have a lot of people who support me and support me on Discord, support me on YouTube and Facebook and everything. And so knowing that like I've inspired a lot of people to make videos and such, and knowing that I'm an inspiration for a lot of people, it does mean a lot to me. And I hope to continue to be an inspiration for new people who want to get into the video game era, reviewing era of YouTube and stuff, and where they can start off and have their channel go up and be popular and such. I mean, I encourage people to don't hesitate, give it a try. And I also would like to say that like since we're in since like at my time of this interview that I'm doing here, I will be Halloween coming up. There's gonna be a lot of Halloween videos coming up on my YouTube channel for games and stuff. So be on the lookout for that.
Very nice. Yeah, I am sure people will love to see some Halloween videos. Again, thank you for being on the channel for an interview. And if you guys end up thinking like you want to like check out some PlayStation content, head on over to TTBURGER88. His channel link will be in the description. But that's gonna be it for all of us on YouTubers supporting YouTubers. Again, thank you TTBurger88 for being in the interview.
You're welcome, and so thank you for having me, YouTubers supporting YouTubers. I'm really happy to be a part of this video.
Absolutely. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like it and make sure to subscribe so that we can find other YouTubers that you guys will also enjoy and have fun interviews with them as well. So we will see you guys later and goodbye.
Peace out, everybody.